Welcome in, everyone. So, we live in this world that's constantly pushing us to share every little thing, right? But today, we're going to flip that idea on its head and explore something really powerful, the wisdom of an unshared life. What if the real secret to success isn't in what you broadcast, but in what you choose to protect? I mean, just think about that for a second. We're always told that being authentic means being a totally open book. But what if the actual key to crushing your goals isn't telling everyone about them, but quietly nurturing them behind the scenes?
And it goes even deeper than that. What if that very same idea applies to how we connect with other people? This really challenges everything we think we know about communication today. The pressure to share every single thought, every win, every struggle. Honestly, it can be absolutely draining. So let's dive into the wisdom of knowing what to keep for yourself.
And that brings us right here to what we can call the oversharing paradox. It's this weird cycle where the more we feel like we have to share to be authentic, the more stressed, judged, and weirdly enough, less motivated we end up feeling. It's a trap that can leave you feeling totally exposed and just depleted. So, what's the answer? Well, it's definitely not about building giant walls and hiding from the world. No. The solution is to completely reframe how we think about privacy. It's not about secrecy or fear. It's about seeing it as a powerful, powerful act of self-respect.
Okay, I love this slide because the metaphor is just perfect. Think about it. Walls are built out of fear. They isolate you. But healthy boundaries, they're more like doors. Doors with locks. And guess what? You hold the key. You get to decide who comes in, when they come in, and how far they get to go. You're in complete control, protecting your energy for what actually matters.
And that's really what this is all about. Informational boundaries. This isn't something that just happens. It's a conscious choice. It's about being deliberate, being wise about what you share, not because you have something to hide, but because you have something incredibly valuable to protect. Your peace, your focus, and your energy. All right, so how do we actually put this into practice? Let's get into the nitty-gritty and look at the specific areas of your life where choosing to keep that door locked can be a total game changer. First up, let's talk about protecting your personal drive and your peace of mind. You know when you share a huge goal, your brain gets this little hit of satisfaction, almost like you've already accomplished it, and that can seriously kill your motivation. It's way better to work on that goal in private and let the results do all the talking. Same thing with your personal beliefs. Not every single conversation needs to turn into a debate. And with your fears, constantly talking about them can actually make them seem bigger, not smaller. It's much better to process those in a safe, intentional space. And speaking of things that get bigger the more we talk about them, let's focus on a major one, past resentments. Oh man, the past can have such a powerful negative grip on us right now, but only if we let it. This slide just illustrates that self-sabotaging cycle perfectly. You keep bringing up that old wound, maybe because it feels like you're seeking some kind of justice, but in reality, you're just chaining yourself to bitterness. And the stress this creates, it's not just in your head. It can have a real physical impact on your health. Choosing to let go isn't weakness. It's an act of pure liberation for yourself. Okay, now let's shift to protecting your character and your relationships. True kindness, true generosity, it doesn't need an audience. When you do good things quietly, they become a part of who you are, not just another line item on your good person resume. Your self-care routines? Those are your personal, sacred rituals. They don't need anyone else's opinion or validation. And when it comes to family stuff, choosing to be discreet is a profound act of love and respect. It protects the people you care about from unnecessary gossip and judgment. And finally, let's talk about protecting your identity and your autonomy. Your finances are your business, period. Sharing too much just opens the door to weirdness, judgment, jealousy, you name it. Your fitness journey, that's for you. It's not for comparison on a social media feed. And maybe most important of all, your core life choices, who you love, what you do for a living, your deepest values. Your life doesn't require a committee vote on these things. You're the one who has to live with the consequences, so you are the only one who gets to make the call. So, when you put all of these pieces together, what's the end result? What's the big takeaway? Well, you reclaim an incredible amount of personal power. And remember, this is not about hiding. It's about choosing to live your life intentionally. The payoff for thinking this way is just immense. You get liberated. You free yourself from constantly needing everyone else's approval. You get focus. All that precious energy goes toward what you want to build, not toward managing other people's opinions of you. You build strength, a stronger character, and deeper, more respectful relationships. And ultimately, you keep your personal power right where it belongs, with you. So, I'll leave you with this final thought to chew on.
Your life is your story. You get to write it, you get to edit it, and you get to live it. And maybe the most empowering decision you can make is choosing exactly who gets a copy. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer.